we had a weekend. Um, I know you guys are like, wait, we just heard from you guys, but we had stuff because we didn't cover two pay-per-views in a AEW show. So yeah,
Yeah.
so so we're going to start light. We're going to start light because we're going to start with the AEW show. We're going to start
Yes.
there because things happen on there, and I mean, not a lot of cool shit, but just things happen on because it just was a show. It was a show, and something happened on there that like has a lot of people talking, but not. It's crazy talk. That's all I can say. It's crazy talk. So we get MJF, and he comes out and he cuts this promo, and the promo is basically him saying, "I'm mad at everybody for not liking me." Then here's what fucks it up and makes it even weirder. This is what fucks it up. He goes, I want you guys to take a look at this promo. This promo is from a year and a half ago when he was doing his whole thing when he had the title and he said, I'm ADD and they were throwing pennies at me and I feel vulnerable and I'm opening up to you guys. He said, and I have rejection syndrome. This is from a year ago. And he's just like, he brings this up and says, you guys forgot about me because you like the new guys. I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? So that's why he's going against Will Ospreay and Swerve and all of them because you guys forgot about me and you don't like me anymore. Am, am I the only one that feels weird about this?
Hell no. It's like what the fuck? Like I didn't forget. I wanted him to stay face.
Here's the funny
Like I
part.
enjoyed that a lot.
But
Uh-huh.
here's the funny part. When he came back for those first month and a half, ever since he came back, all the fans did was cheer him. Every time he came out, they cheered him. They did nothing but get behind him. When he stepped out, they cheered him. They cheered him. They cheered him. They cheered him. What the fuck is he
Yep.
talking about? What is he talking about? Like nothing he said made sense. Like this whole promo, nothing about this made sense. I'm like, this is the stupidest shit. Like this was one of them weird ass things where it's like AEW does something and it's like we try to make it connect for no reason, but it's like it has no fucking reason. There's no rhyme or reason.
Like there was a simple way to make it connect. Very simple. You know
Mm-hmm.
what it was?
What?
That whole promo?
Mm-hmm.
I lied.
Yeah, he could have said that, but this would have been even simpler. This could have been even simpler. He didn't even have to bring that up and just said, "I don't
Mhm.
like Will Ospreay because he's the face of the company. I'm the face of the company. I don't like that. That's why I want to fight Will Ospreay." That's as simple. It's just that simple. Instead
Yeah.
of, "Hey, you fans turned on me." No one turned on you. You like they didn't boo you until you kicked Daniel Garcia in the nut. That was it. Like that's
Basically, if anything, they cheered him more. Like when they fucking like said when he said no more kangaroo kicks and all that shit, he's gonna be an asshole and whatever.
and they were fucking loving it. So what the fuck is he talking about? It made no sense. I was like, this is so stupid. So
Like, is he mad at us for not liking it? Because me and you both said we didn't like it.
that's the thing. I don't even fucking know. But this whole promo just made me more not like anything that MJF is doing because this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Nothing about this makes sense. This is one of those fucking asinine things where they're like, all right, we're trying to make something make sense, and it's like it it already would have made sense if you just would have kept it simple, stupid. Now it's like, no, we're gonna complicate it, and it makes no sense now. I I don't get it.
Yeah.
So then we had the conglomerate. They cut a promo, and then they had a match against Titty City, and of course they beat
I love
Titty.
that shit.
It's so weird. So the Kingdom came out, and it just like their whole time is, hey, we want Kyle O'Reilly back with us. We want Kyle O'Reilly back with us. Once again, this is another asinine thing. It's like you guys beat him up. What the fuck are you doing asking him to come back? It's not making sense. Nothing about this is making sense.
Also, in because like this is basically AEW and Ring of Honor. Like for them, WWE doesn't exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So correct me if I'm wrong with my Ring of Honor history or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cal was never with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am
So
I right?
Kyle was never with them because Roddy was in his own thing. The Kingdom were their own thing. The Kingdom was Adam Cole and the other guys. And it was like, all right, they're their own thing. And Roddy was his own thing. Kyle O'Reilly was his own thing with Bobby Fish. All of that, like none of these
Yeah,
guys were together. They were the United Empire. I mean, the undisputed
Undisputed
era
Era.
in NXT. And but the thing is, they were cool because they were cool backstage. They never was cool on camera. They were
Yeah,
cool just in NXT. NXT, that's when they all got roped together. And it's like, oh, we're like a Ring of Honor faction. It was like, okay, that's where they're from. But other than that, they really like it's just basically we're just still talking about our NXT thing. That's it.
okay.
Yeah, and it just doesn't make sense to me because like a while ago they beat the shit out of him and now they want him back. Okay.
It's stupid.
Yes. So then we had Jack Perry talk about the TNT title. He goes, I was the first challenger for the TNT title. And I thought about it, I was like, oh shit, he was. And he said, and I got that because of an open challenge. Now I'm going to give an open challenge back. We found out who this was because we were watching Money in the Bank and we couldn't watch both at the same time, but we found out who this was immediately and was like, oh, okay. It makes sense, but you know, that was a thing. So then they interview Hangman. And Hangman, they interview him, and Lexi Nair goes, Hangman, why did you come back angry? And this is exactly what we said on the podcast before when we were talking about Hangman. Hangman goes, this motherfucker broke into my house, kicked my baby, and you motherfuckers cheer him. He's the face of the company. I'm supposed to be okay with you guys cheering for this guy after everything he's done against me, and I'm supposed to be okay with this? He was like, when I was out, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared. He's getting cheered after everything he did, and I'm the bad guy. He was like, no, fuck that. He was like, I'm going to take everything from you, Swerve. And I'm like, all right, let him win the whole tournament. Like he was so pissed, and I'm like, he has adjustable gripe. Like we said on the podcast, this is his gripe, and I'm glad they took this angle. It's like he deserves to kick his ass.
Yes.
Like, and I'm sorry, like,
Like that. That's 100% the route they should have went. Yes, I agree
yeah,
there.
I'm sorry. He has to win that title against Swerve. He has to beat Swerve for that title. Like, because they even said it was like, you know that he never beat Swerve. And it's like, okay, if he never beat Swerve, he deserves to win that title. He deserves to win that title.
Yeah.
So then I didn't see it. Like, I saw somebody talk about this match and it was like, oh, this Toni Storm Trisha Dora match, it was just a match. I watched this match and I was so amazed. Not amazed because, like, oh my God, I've never seen these guys wrestle before. I'm amazed because it's like the person who said this is like a wrestling journalist. Was like, oh, it was just a match. This match was the fucking highlight of the show. I'm sorry. Like, they wrestled their fucking ass off. And then the one spot in the match that also made me pop a little bit harder was Toni Storm beat the shit out of Trisha Dora on the outside. She grabbed the mic and she just like cut this promo, and then she said, "Go to commercial," and they went to commercial. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like
That's
that
awesome.
that shit was cool. And Toni Storm won, and I'm like, that match was great. Like that match was like something you should see on a fucking pay per view. That's how good the match was. I was like, holy shit, the match was really good.
Cool.
So like I was enamored with that. So then we got a promo, and sometimes I swear that a lot of people don't understand anything. Like, and I mean, just like don't understand anything because the stuff that they were saying was like fucking weird. So it's this thing from behind. It's this dude. He's running, mind you. He's a he's a fair skin, which not black. He's either white or Hispanic with floppy hair. And you see him, first off, it's light brown hair. And this guy is running. And he has a shirt on and he's running. And he does a flip through this portal. And then you're like, okay, what the fuck? You see something in Spanish, like loading. It says loading, hola, something. And it's like, okay. And then you just see like this vision of this dude with a mask. You see him in a mask. I lied to you not. It was two names that kept popping up. And I literally just kept screaming my fucking head off. Like literally all fucking day. Every time I saw this, I would scream my fucking head off because it was so random. It was people was like, oh, it's Ricochet. You know, he was Prince Puma. And I'm like, that's not Ricochet's mask. Like, dude was a white dude. What are you talking about? Ricochet is a light-skinned black guy with tattoos all up and down his body. What are you talking about? That dude had no tats. He was like, yeah, no, it's Prince
And
Puma.
he's bald.
Yeah, and it's like, that's difficult. It's Prince Puma. And then the other one that, like, everybody's assured of, it's Sammy Guevara. It's, oh, this is a new way to bring back Sammy Guevara. I think that they should do this because it'll freshen up Sammy Guevara. And it's like, are you guys that dumb? Like, are you deaf? Like, are you fucking mental? Like, the amount of people that said it was Sammy Guevara fucking genuinely made me disgusted to my stomach. Like, are you fucking serious? And the two names that like I immediately locked onto because this is immediately who I thought of when I saw it. I was like, huh, that looks like Ninja Max mask. Oh no, that's Aerostar. I was like, it's either Aerostar or Ninja Max. But then I saw the Spanish words. I was like, okay, I'm eliminating Ninja Mac because Ninja Mac is not Spanish. I was like, it has to be Aerostar. And
that's what I was thinking it was.
And listen, the only reason that I'm not 100% sure that it's Aerostar anymore is because Lucha Blogs, which is an actual Lucha person who understands Lucha and watches more Lucha than anybody in the world, says, yes, that's looked like Aerostar mask, but that looked like a Bistro Negro's mask also. He was like, I don't know which one it is because that's a mask I've never seen in Lucha before. So he was like, it is somebody from Lucha, but it's a mask that I've never seen before. So now I'm like, okay, it definitely is. It's definitely somebody from CMLO.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going with this whole fucking, oh, it's Sammy Guevara. It's the new way they're going to bring back Sammy Guevara. Yeah, he's been gone for a long time. This is going to be Sammy. I'm like, that don't work for me, pal. That don't work for me.
Yeah, I've seen more Ricochet, but if it's either one of them, I'm gonna be upset because it's fucking luchador. Like, why?
Exactly. And like the way that people jumped on a Sammy or Ricochet, it's like you know that they're working with CMLO. It's like a whole new genre of CMLO and lucha wrestlers. Like you guys don't know these masks. So why are you just going, oh, it's Sammy. It has to be Sammy. And he just locked onto this. And it's like, you wanted to be Sammy, but Sammy is going to come back as Sammy. He's coming back as Sammy. He's not coming back as some dude under a mask. Like, it's going to be Sammy when he comes back. And he's going to come back in a weird way and just pop up. And you're going to be like, oh, shit, it's Sammy. He's not going to do this whole thing. Whoever this is a luchador. And it's not Ricochet.
Side note, that we're on the Sammy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you foresee him joining the learning tree as much as we hate it?
Fuck no. I'm gonna tell you exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna join the elite.
Okay.
Because it makes perfect sense. Because this is exactly what's gonna happen. Because something happens later on that we're gonna talk about that ties to the elite and another person. But I feel like even though it ties that together, there's still Sammy comes back and helps them somehow. because
Cool.
why not bring Sammy back as part of Elite? Because if Hangman goes, I don't want to fuck with you guys, and Hangman's like, I'm done, which he's not, Sammy could be that other person. But also in the same vein, you could still bring Sammy back, and Sammy could fuck over Will or MJF and get the other title, so they can have all the
True.
titles. So it's like it's perfect.
Okay. I like that.
So then we have a backstage thing with the patriarchy, and they're back there talking, and all of a sudden, Kip Sabian comes up and he goes, "Yo, I just lost my dad, and he was like, I wanted to get some advice from you." And Christian goes, he's like, you know what? I know something about your dad. Your dad was a loser because you're a loser. And he just walks off and he tells Kill Switch to kill Skip Sabian. That was fucked up.
By the way, he had a weird mustache.
Yeah, it was so fucking weird because like when he popped up, I didn't know who the fuck he was.
I thought, and this is going to probably throw you off. I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was Effie.
Yeah, no, that really threw me off. Yeah, like I didn't see that, but like I can see that because of the mustache.
Yeah, because he was wearing a hat too, so you couldn't really see his hair.
Yeah, so I could kind of see that. So then we get Jack Perry with the open challenge, and the Jurassic Park music hits, and it's Marco's stunt, and he comes out and he gets murdered. He just gets murdered.
Yeah.
So then we
I
get
don't
the
know. I
King.
don't know how I feel about that because I don't like neither one of them.
Me neither, but like I'm okay with Jack Perry winning, so I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah.
So then we get the Kings of the Black Throne, and they put out a tag team challenge. I forgot who they challenged because whoever they challenged, it was irrelevant because they're gonna beat whoever it is. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So then we had Bestia del Muerte versus Cesaro, and I heard so many people go, "This match was so good. This match was so good. This match was so good." I watched this match and was like, "This match was alright."
Okay.
But you thought it was really good?
No, I didn't see it, so
Oh,
I have no take on it.
yeah, like people was like, "This is really good. This is really good," and I'm like, eh, because like I can't judge what people think about this when they like totally shit on a Trisha Dora match, and then it was like this match was good, but at the same time, this match wasn't as good as the Trisha Dora Toni Storm match. So I was like, all right. So
Yeah.
then we had a Matt Menard promo, and he's talking about MJF is going to get his ass kicked. He's like, I'm not going to do it. He was like, because I don't know if it's going to take a couple of months, a couple of weeks, or a year. But Daniel Garcia is coming back, and you're not getting dick dancing, Danny Garcia. You're getting
He literally said dick
red.
dancing.
Yes, he said dick dancing. He said you're not getting dick dancing, Danny Garcia. He said you're getting red death, Danny Garcia. So
Oh,
finally, we're getting red death, Danny Garcia back.
weird is gonna sound. I'm gonna miss a dick dancing.
I listen. That got him over, but red death is better than dick dancing.
I'm just afraid it's gonna be just another guy, but yeah,
He might, but like we gotta wait and see. I'm just gonna say, let it play out. Just let it play out. When he
yeah.
comes back, we'll see how this works. So then we get Lady Frost versus Riho. Riho gets the win. I still to this day have no idea why Lady Frost has not been signed with AEW. Like I don't fucking understand it. She deserves it. She comes in, she busts her ass, has some fucking banger matches, and Nah. They're like, nah, we're not gonna sign me. I don't get it.
Like honestly, I would stop working for them after a while. Like me being her, because like
Yeah.
all she's taking is fucking falls. You know, I
Yeah,
understand she's not signed, and that's how it works. But you know, what I mean, sign me so I could win.
yeah,
I
but
could
like
show
if
you
you
what I really could do.
yeah, and you see her and it's like she's busting her fucking ass. She's killing it every fucking time she gets in the ring. It's like, hey, I'm here. And it's like you look forward to a Lady Frost match. They'd be like, oh, Lady Frost is gonna face this person. You go like half of the people go into it like, oh, she's a jobber. Once we get halfway through the match, you're like, holy fuck, she's really good because that's what she is. And she needs to get signed. And I'm making a case for AEW to sign her, please.
And she's faced like most, if not all, the top like stars in AEW or probably Ring of Honor. So
Yep. So then we have a backstage with Shane Taylor Promotions, and they start talking shit to Top Flight Security about how they're going to beat their ass and how they actually wanted Action Andretti to be part of the team. And he was like, "Yo, I don't want to be part of y'all." He was like, "Yo, if you want to do this, we can fight." And he was like, "All right, we're gonna fight on Rampage next week." I'm like, "All right."
I don't
So
know why I thought there was gonna be a stipulation that if fucking Shane Taylor wins, then he has to join.
it should have been, but like I I don't know where this goes because I feel like Top Flight Security is going to break up. Like I feel like it's going to be Leo Rush's fault that they break up.
I could see that because they keep fucking with him.
Mm-hmm. So then we get another recap of Joe calling out Jericho, and then we get the main event: Dark Hangman versus Jay White. And they bring up the fact that Jay White has been 4-0 against Hangman. He's beat Hangman every time they wrestle. So I'm like, oh, okay, we know how this goes. So they get to the ring, and all of a sudden they say, we have an announcement from the EVPs. Okay. The EVPs has said that everybody from the Bang Bang Gang, except for Jay White, is kicked out of the building. I was like, oh, okay. They're still trying to butter up Hangman. Because Hangman at one point was like, wait, what the fuck? And then he was just like, fuck it, you know what? I don't even care. So they have the match. The match is going. It's so fucking good until the end. It was a ref bump. And Hangman is getting ready to use a foreign object. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes Jeff fucking Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett comes out and stops Hangman from using the object. He's like, no, 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 fuck you. You're not going to do this. You're not going to disrespect the Owen Cup. And another referee comes out. So the other referee is getting Jeff Jarrett out there. He's like, no, 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 you got to leave. You got to leave. So while the ref is getting Jeff Jarrett out of there, Jay White and Hangman are like kind of knocked out. Jay White gets up, and all of a sudden, Christian just spears the shit out of Jay White. And Christian jumps on the side of the ring and lays down with his arms crossed right up against the ring. Hangman gets up, pins Jay White, 1, 2, 3, and Hangman moves on in the tournament. And Hangman looks down and he sees fucking Christian on the ground. And he just looks at him and just says nothing and just moves on. So that was fun.
Why is this spear so vicious now?
I don't know. That's weird. So then we get an after credit scene, which is not an after credit scene, but this was just on AEW Digital. Jeff Jarrett, he walks up to Tony Khan and Christopher Daniels and like, listen, I love Owen Hart and I wanted to win this tournament, but I got cheated and I'm tired of this bullshit and there's no more cheating in this tournament. I don't want no cheating in this tournament. And that finals, it better be just regular or one-on-one. There shouldn't be no outside interference, no nothing. And he's like, Tony Khan, he was like, I want you to make sure that's all right. He's like, screw that. I want to be the special guest referee. So Tony kind of goes, okay, you got it. You're the special guest referee for the main event of that thing. Yeah. And I was just like, oh,
Yeah, that don't
like,
work.
yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Yay. I guess. Sure. Like, how did you feel about him being a special guest referee for that?
If you analyze it, like Hangman screwed him, so what makes you think he's not gonna screw Hangman? Like he's gonna be quote unquote fair? Like, nah, ain't no shot.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, but maybe, but no, maybe. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Like,
He's
don't
100%
know.
gonna cheat.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's all I can say. Is like, I don't know. So that was that. So now, we go over to WWE land and Money in the Bank. How did you
Yay.
How did you like Money in the Bank?
Uh, Before today, I would have said I really liked it, but yeah, like it went down a little bit.
So it started off with the Money in the Bank ladder match. Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Mello, Gable, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Now, there was three MVPs of this match. Straight up three MVPs of this match. And I don't think people gave them enough fucking credit because Andrade was fucking awesome. Mello was fucking awesome. And Chad Gable, German suplex of fucking ladder. Corey Graves even said this because I was thinking this. After Chad Gable, German suplex everybody, he ran out of people to German suplex and he German suplexed the ladder. It was fucking great. So,
And Andrade, like, I'm gonna say
mm,
Andrade was the star of it, because
mhm,
like, no way did I think he would do so good, and like he shined.
same, same. But I was pleasantly surprised when he fucking did his thing. Pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
So Drew McIntyre won, and I know some people was like, "Hey guys, you said that this person was gonna win, which was Jey Uso." You're like, "Hey, Jey Uso's gonna win," and yeah, kind of thought Jey Uso was gonna win. He was the odds-on favorite. It's like, yeah, he's the odds-on favorite. He's gonna win, and it's like, but the Drew storyline makes sense. And yeah, there it was. The Drew storyline made all the sense in the world.
Yep.
So that was a thing. Now we go to the next match, which was very controversial to a lot of people because it was the IC title match and Braun Breaker versus Sammy. And Sammy beat Braun Breaker clean. A lot of people are like, oh my God, they're burying Braun Breaker. How did they fuck up, fumble the bag with Braun Breaker? How did they do this? Oh, this sucks. Like, oh, Triple H sucks. Triple H can't do it. Like, oh, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, guys, I don't see anything wrong with this. Like, I really don't. But okay, what's your opinion on this?
I think it was the right call. You figure all this started because he got pissed off because he wasn't in the Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
He's even madder now. So like, keep
Exactly.
screwing him so he could like fucking snap out and fuck up a lot of people until he fucking gets there. Like, I'm loving his destruction. It just needs to get worse. And in order for it to get worse, he can't be happy. He can't win that shit. You have to fuck him over. I would have preferred that the match like was controversial, like he had to win ref bump or something like that, and like he like I had it, and then it pisses him off more.
Yeah. So I'm like I'm totally for this. And the thing that made me even more for this was what Sammy said. Because Sammy said after the thing in the press conference, he goes, "Yo, y'all been doubting me. Y'all keep doubting me. You keep saying that I don't have it. You every time I get into a match, I'm the underdog. But he's like, I have to prove over and over and over again that I can go. I'm fucking Sami Zayn. Like, I'm the Intercontinental Champion for a reason." He was like, I'm sorry that you guys keep doubting me, but I guess I'm gonna have to prove you guys wrong. And it's like, this makes sense because it just elevated two storylines where Sammy feels like everybody keeps doubting me and I have to keep proving you wrong. And I consistently have the best Intercontinental title matches since I won the title. Now is him going into a proving thing where now Braun is angry because I thought I could do it. And now I'm angry and I have to fuck people up now. So it's two storylines, both got elevated, and it's going to be fun.
I feel like this has been Sammy's best work.
Yes, because like this is him actually wrestling his fucking ass off. And I'm happy for that.
Sam.
So then we get something that I've heard from earlier in the night. I heard earlier in the night, like, hey, this thing is happening. And I was like, okay, we'll see about that because we go to the world title match. And it was Damian Priest versus Seth freaking Rollins. And this match was good until the end. I have a I have a theory about the end, even though they say that that isn't what happened, but I have a theory. Because like if you
Okay.
look at it closely, it was a thing. So Damian Priest gets hit with the Falcon Arrow, and then he gets hit with the curb stomp. And it's 1, 2. Damian Priest did not kick out. And the referee just goes 2, and everybody's like, what the fuck? If you look at that very closely, when the ref goes 2, the lights in the arena come on. Like it comes on right as he goes 2. So it's like, huh. And Seth is like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? And then Drew McIntyre's music hits. And it's like, to me, it's like, oh, it was a mistime. Like Drew's music should have hit a second before the pin went down. That's what I was thinking. But then I heard that like Priest kind of forgot to do the kick out. So like, oh shit, that's kind of fucked up.
Either way, like, it's okay. They'll forget about this after a while.
Yeah, and no, they definitely forgot about it right then and there because Drew comes out, they turn it into a three-way, and Drew has Damian Priest down. He's got him, and all of a sudden, here comes CM Punk. He shows up. I heard he was there. He beat the fuck out of Drew. Like, I don't mean just like beat him a little bit. He beat the fuck out of Drew. He fucked Drew up. He started choking him. He was beating the dog shit out of Drew. And then he hit Drew with the world title and he threw him in the ring. And Damian Priest pinned Drew McIntyre. So Damian Priest gets to keep his title. And after the match, Seth Rollins was pissed because Seth doesn't get a title shot as long as Damian Priest has the title. And Punk screwed him. Punk screwed him. So now that furthers the Seth and Punk storyline, also the Drew and Punk storyline. Yeah, that made sense. Now, I have to ask you because this has been a consensus online. People have been
Okay.
angry. They've been angry that they used the Money in the Bank as a plot device in a story instead of actually using Money in the Bank. So, how do you
It's
feel
not the
about?
first time. Like, I'm fine with it. It's not the first time they've done that. Like, story. Like, what I was just about to say before you asked me that is You notice a lot of these matches have like multiple paths to go, and whatever. I like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely down with it being a story, but like a lot of people were angry because it's like I want Money in the Bank to mean something, and it's like it did mean something. Like, dude, he told him he would never let him get any rest as long as he was going for the title. He's like he would never let him be the world champion as long as he was there. Like, so that's the thing. Like, I'm okay with it.
Like strictly storyline wise, right?
Hmm.
That's the dumbest thing like fucking Drew could have done. Like fucking like make it a three way.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's just my logical thinking of the whole situation in that. Otherwise, I loved it.
Yeah, like that. Like to me, that was like really like that was really good. I liked it. The story was great. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But a lot of people were angry about the Money in the Bank. Once again, they called up for Triple H's head. They're like, nope, fuck you. Like you're using this storyline to get rid of Money in the Bank. Oh, that's so dumb. They could have did it without the Money in the Bank storyline. They could have gave it to somebody else. And it's like it wouldn't have meant shit if you give it to somebody else. Like you give it to fucking Jay Uso. Okay, cool. So what's the point on the Drew and CM Punk storyline? Like it's like it means less. Like now it's mean more and more because it's like every fucking time he's getting screwed for the title. He has to take out Punk seriously. Like he has to get rid of him. Like he has to murder him. He has to bring hell upon him. Like it has to happen. Like
Like the
it.
only other way, and
Mm-hmm,
mind you, this one meant a lot more. The way they went meant a lot more. Was way better. But like I said in the
mm-hmm,
podcast before, right?
mm-hmm,
Had Punk screw him, or like I said before, AJ screw him, AJ Lee.
mm-hmm.
No man, that could have worked. But this was the way better route.
Yep. And like people just like, oh no, you want it. It's fine, people, because once this whole thing plays out and it gets to the major end of whatever it is, you're gonna be like, you know what? It's perfectly fine. Like this, like no matter if it whatever happened, it's perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm cool with it.
People don't let shit cook anymore, like all the way through.
They don't, and like that's one thing I hate about a lot of the WWE fans right now is because first off, the way Triple H is doing stuff is a lot of long form storytelling. It's not like, oh, you're getting it right now. You're getting it right now. You're getting it right now. It's a lot of long form storytelling that's playing out over and over and over. Like you can't just like rush it and be like, oh, I want this now. It's like, give it a minute. Because the last two times he gave you something in the long form storyline, it paid off to the point where you was like, wait, hold up, what the fuck? This actually worked? Because Judgment Day, when Judgment Day went into the new format, everybody was like, I don't know about this. Like, especially after Edge left, it was like, I don't know about this. Judgment Day kind of sucks. Judgment Day became the hottest thing. And it's like, oh,
Because
yeah,
even I didn't like Judgment Day when they changed it up a little bit.
exactly. The Cody Rhodes storyline. They're like, he should have won a title at WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania 40 comes around. Oh my God, that thing was so awesome. And it's like, yeah, you had to let the storylines play out. Like, shit is playing out over and over. And you just like, I want it now. I want it now. The longer shit goes, the more better the story is in the payoff. And that's what's happening right now with
Yes,
the Punk and Drew storyline. Like, when they pay this shit off, it's going to be, holy fuck, they paid this shit off.
100%.
Because one of the things that I am looking forward to, because we reported it on the podcast, is what they revealed. Bad Blood is coming in October. So yeah,
Yep.
and I don't know if for sure it's going to be Drew and Punk in Hell in a Cell or Drew, Punk, and Seth in Hell in a Cell because I don't know. I just know it's going to be a combination of one of those people in Hell in a Cell. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want a first blood match. And now that you said Seth too, like
Hmm.
yeah, a triple threat first blood match.
Yeah, okay. So then we get something that once again I was tipped off from earlier, and I literally just had no fucking idea why this person was there. I had no idea. So they're like, "Yeah, John Cena's around." Why the fuck is John Cena around? So John comes out because Trish Stratus introduces him, and he comes out. And the first thing I notice as soon as he walks out, I'm like, his shirt says John Cena Retirement Tour. Huh, that's not a thing. And then he puts out the towel and it says one last run. And it's like, huh, well, all right. And then he says something that literally, until later on in the night, baffled the fuck out of me. Because he goes out there and goes, guys, it's been one hell of a run. I'm going to retire next year. I'm going to be on Netflix on Raw. I'm going to be on Royal Rumble. I'm going to be in Elimination Chamber. And next year is going to be my last WrestleMania. It's going to be one hell of a ride. And I'm going to leave. Thanks. And he just leaves, and everybody's like, oh shit, his last night's going to be at WrestleMania. Oh shit, John Cena's done at WrestleMania. And it broke a lot of people's heart. And it was like, oh shit, it's his last night at WrestleMania. He's done. He's going out and he's retiring. And it's like, oh shit. So then he gets to the press conference and he clears it up. And it literally made no fucking goddamn sense to me. He goes, yeah, no, next year I'm going to do 30 to 40 matches. Okay, like before WrestleMania? And then like, no, 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 WrestleMania isn't my last. It's going to be my last WrestleMania. I'm going to work all the way to December. So why the fuck did you go out there and say it's your last WrestleMania? Like WrestleMania is the end all. Like that's it. Like you're never doing this again. Dude, I
What's in
was so
December?
nothing. It's just the end of the year. Like he literally said, he said into December, and it's like, as of right now, there's no pay per view at the end of the year. If WWE does the Sting thing, which a lot of people said, oh, the Sting retirement is the best retirement. WWE would never do that. They would literally shoot the shit out of every one of their people who are retiring. This is what we find out if Triple H would take the Tony Khan route and treat John Cena's retirement like a big deal. And we'll see. We'll see how he treats it in December. He said that John Cena said that him and Triple H have talked about how this is going to end. Even Triple H said they talked about how this is going to end. They're working it out, and we'll find out. So, question for you: two things.
Okay.
Do you who do you see him wrestling at WrestleMania?
Ooh, at WrestleMania. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, since they really want to do it, and like guy I'm thinking actually said they never had a match at WrestleMania. Randy.
Yes. So, other question: do
Hmm?
you think he breaks the record?
Uh, no.
So you don't think he's going to break the record one more world title run in his last run?
No. No. However, what
Mm-hmm.
I would like, and mind you, it's what I like, not what I think's gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Him to win the IC title, like be a Grand Slam and then leave.
Okay, I mean that would be nice, but I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see him do the. I'm gonna win the world title in his career like Sting. Like I win the world title in my last match, and that's it. And he just goes out as world champion.
Okay.
Like I would like that, and this would be kind of cool because this can be something that WWE hasn't done in a long time. And this, hear me out. We go all the way to December. John's last match. John has the world title. He wins. He wins the world title or WWE championship, whatever championship. He wins it at the end of the year, next year, December, and closes out the show big. Thank you. Goodbye, John Cena. He goes to the press conference and goes, "Man, I can't believe this. I ended it with the world title. Thank WWE. I would like to make this announcement that I'm vacating the title." And he vacates the title and then just leaves. And then Triple H comes in and do the cleanup, and Triple H goes, "All right, guys, we need to crown a new world champion. So next month at Royal Rumble, the title's going to be on the line. We'll see all you guys at Royal Rumble." And that's it. That's it. The world title is on the line in Royal Rumble. And that hasn't been done in years. It's like, okay, here we go. I'm okay
I
with that.
love that. However, that's not what I thought you was gonna say.
What did you
Because
think I
like
was going to say?
you wanted this too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you wanted a tournament.
That that would be fun, but I also want another Royal Rumble that has so much meaning. It's like we're going to crown a brand new champion. Because like we crown a brand new champion, and people are going to be like, "Well, who? How do we find out who's going to be the person to face at WrestleMania?" You have an elimination chamber between then and WrestleMania, and then also because WrestleMania probably be pushed back longer than before, you can do something that you just brought up. You can have a fucking tournament. You can have a tournament, and the winner of that tournament gets to fight the other champion. So you can have two
Okay.
things. It's like, all right, we're gonna have elimination chamber. The winner of that faces the world champion. Hey, we just crowned a brand new like WWE champion, so we need an opponent for that person. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a tournament, and the tournament culminates right before WrestleMania. We get the new number one contender. Then we got two WrestleMania matches. Perfectly fine.
I'm good with that.
Yep. So that happened at Money in the Bank. So back to Money in the Bank, we had the women's Money in the Bank with Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, Naomi, and Zoe Starks.
Side
And
note, you're better in that and then Michael Cole.
oh shit, that's funny. So here's the thing:
Mhm.
the MVP of this, the MVP of this was fucking Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was the
Yes,
MVP of this fucking show. She
thousand
was
percent.
awesome. She was awesome, and she went through the double tables. It was fucking awesome. She's great. She's great.
I agree with
Like
you, 1000%.
like I have a whole new respect for her. Like holy shit, she was really good.
And I love
But
the
yet,
whole fact that like she supposedly was scared of heights and shit.
mm-hmm, dude, they made her a fucking star in that just one night. So yeah.
Yes.
So then we had the main event, and this made me mad because there was another name that was backstage. He wasn't rumored backstage. He was backstage, and the other name was Paul Heyman. And they switched the main event to be this like last minute. And Paul Heyman was backstage, and I'm like, oh, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Nothing happened. Nothing happened except except everybody outshining fucking Solo. Everybody outshined Solo in that match. And I don't mean everybody as far as Roman, I mean as Randy and Kevin Owens and Cody. No, everybody on Solo's team. It was like, what? It
And
was
you're
like,
supposed to be the leader.
exactly. But, but one of the funniest parts about this was like the ref got taken out. The ref is getting back up, and Jacob Fatu smashes the ref against the steps, and kills the ref a second time. And then we get in the ring and we have this whole thing. And Solo winds up pinning Cody Rhodes. Hey man, we knew it was going to happen. And
basically.
now it just sets up. Now, as soon as this thing happened, it was immediately what we said on the last podcast. It's like exactly what we said on the last podcast. Roman is coming back at SummerSlam, and it's going to be the biggest pop of the year. Huge.
It's gonna be a huge fucking pop when Roman come back.
Yes. So I was happy about that. So yeah, that was Money in the Bank, and
Really
it
good
was
until today.
yeah, it was pretty good until today because man, going in a heat wave, I lied to you not. I'm just like, all right, heat wave's gonna be heat wave. It's gonna be cool. No, nah, man. Nah, man. Nah. It started off with something that like I'm glad it happened because we had Kamar Petrovic and Ariana Grace versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix, who once again I have to say Jasmine Nix looks like a fucking $1,000,000, and every time she gets in the ring, she looks better and better, and like yeah, she's gonna be a star, a huge star.
Agree 100%, but Ariana Grace is growing on me too. Like she's gonna be a star too.
Listen, I wasn't gonna count her out. I was just about to say she also is going to be a big star because her comedy and her wrestling combined, it's just, to be honest, looking at all four of these women, you just literally seem like, okay, Kamar Petrovic, she's still learning, and she's like, she has her gimmick, and she's still learning. She hasn't put it all together yet, but it's like you see something special in her. You see JC, and I've been saying this for years, JC is a star. You see Jasmine Nix, and Jasmine Nix, she's like, she has something, and she's still finding her way. Once she fucking finds that perfect spot, she's going to grow. Ariana Grace, it took her a long time to even put together this, but what she put together is fucking phenomenal. And it's like all four of those women, you're like, yeah, they're going to be the future of the company. They're going to be the future. And it's great that Kamar Petrovic and Ariana Grace won because they're Canadians and they're from Canada and they won in Canada. So that was great.
I think from right there in that very same city too, or
Mm-hmm.
Providence rather.
Yep. So yeah, that was awesome. And so we watched the match and it's like, yeah, that's a good match. We we could have just like turned it off right there because like if we would have turned it off right there, we would have said Money in the Bank is the best pay per view. We could have turned it off right there in the pre show. We could have said, all right, we're gonna turn this off. Money in the Bank's the best pay per view. There's nothing else. Let's turn this off right here. Yeah, well, you get into the first match. Boy, Obafemi versus Wesley. I literally after this match, after the 1, 2, 3, the whole entire timeline just immediately was like, I think we all picked the wrong pay per view to say it was the best one. We already picked the wrong pay per
Yes.
view. Like that was exactly what they said after one match. Everybody's like, we picked the wrong pay per view. We picked the wrong pay per view because this match was so fucking awesome. Oh my god, Obafemi was so great, and everybody literally just start throwing out one name that you said when you were talking to me. He was like, "Yo, I can't wait to see him versus Jacob Fatu." Everybody else called on him was like, "I can't wait to see that either." Man,
That's gonna be fucking awesome when it happens.
dude, like Obafemi's a star, and Wesley is already a star. And Wesley,
Yes.
after the match, he's like, "Yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do now." He's like, "I gotta find a way to do something, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do." And like in my mind, I'm just like, "Oh, you're gonna do rascal shit." But also, I want him to go for the world championship. Either way,
Same.
Either way, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine
Or third
with
option, main
it.
roster.
Yeah, it it's fucking it's. Oof. So after that, we're all trying to collectively catch our breath, and then we go to the North American Women's Championship, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka fucking tore it up, and we're like, okay, like, is there any bad down spot here? Because Kalani and Sol fucking tore it up to the point where you're just like, all right, well, the fuck. It was
I
just
can't wait to
amazing.
see both of them in Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So Kalani Jordan pins Sol Ruka. And it's like, all right, Kalani keeps the title. We can move on to, you know, we can catch our breaths. And we
Nope.
get Chase U versus Too Fast, Too Furious. I'm like, all right, cool. They're going to have a good match. Yeah, this match was another banger. And I was fucking shocked and surprised that Too Fast, Too Furious kept the tag titles and beat Chase U. Huh, I was actually
Especially
surprised.
after that one spot where fucking Nathan Frazier like kicked the fuck out of Axiom by accident.
Yep, it was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, they're definitely going to fight each other. They're definitely going to fight each other. It's like, nope, we're going to finish this match and we're going to keep the titles. Yay. Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing. Hey, well, that happened.
They're fighting each other eventually.
Yes. So then we go to the back and we get this funny ass thing between Kumar Petrovich and Ariana Grace. And Ariana Grace says, you wouldn't have won this match without me. Kumar Petrovich was like, I got the pin. I pinned her. And she was like, well, it was all me. And you know what? I don't think we should be a tag team. He was like, because I was the better person out there. And Kumar Petrovich was like, no, I was. So Ava goes, you know what? I'm going to let you two fight on NXT, and you can find out who the best one was. And Kumar Petrovich walks off, and Ariana Grace goes, Ava, you can't do that. We're tag partners. It's like, you just said you weren't just 5 seconds ago.
This is the second tag team you broke up or whatever.
That shit was so funny. She's really good at comedy. She's better than her dad. That's it. I said it. She's better than
Yes,
her dad.
yes.
But
Now,
mm-hmm,
what I see,
mm-hmm,
I don't see them breaking up.
me neither. Me neither.
I think someone's going to interfere in that match. Probably more than likely, JC and Nix.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to like continue shit and whatever, and they're going to stay a tag team.
Yep. So yeah, I'm cool with that. So then we get to the women's world title match, and it's Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. Once again, this was another fucking banger. Another fucking banger. It was like, and
Yes.
the bad part about this is like, I even catch myself going back a year ago when Lola Vice won that contract and she was supposed to go for the title. It's like Lola Vice keeps getting screwed. She's supposed to have a world title match. She's supposed to have a world title match. Then she had the world title match and lost. And then they just like kept throwing her in random shits. And it's like, dude, they fuck Lola Vice over. Like she was supposed to be a big star. They had all this ambition for her. They keep putting her in shit and she's getting screwed. Oh, I feel bad for her. Watching her here hold her own and be a fucking star against Roxy, dude, like I'm just looking like, oh, that they made the right call. I need to stop questioning them. Like I'm just gonna stop questioning people. This
Yes.
was the right call.
Like you needed to let them cook this time.
Mm-hmm. So Roxy got the win. Roxy is still talking about I'm the champion. Nobody can beat me. I've beaten everybody. And it's just like, eh, well, I saw some person waving their arm around earlier, going, "Hey guys, does this look like it's broken still? Look, I can do this." It's like, oh, well, Roxy's time is coming short. It's
I'm
over.
just about to ask you, who do you think's gonna take it from her?
Yeah, Julia's coming. Because the day she just like she did a press conference and she's wiggling her arm around, going, "Does this look broke to you?" And it's like, oh, no, it doesn't. Because here's the test. Because in a few days in Japan, WWE is supposed to be in Japan because one, they're having a Marigold pay per view where Io Shirai is supposed to take on um Utami, and also Saray is supposed to take on Julia. And if Julia is perfectly fine, she'll be in that match, and that's on the 13th. So as soon as that's over, she's coming to the States. I'm not saying she's
Okay.
staying. I'm not saying she's staying in NXT because she's going to be back and forth between Marigold and NXT, but she's going to be doing both. So that's going to be fun.
Will
So
she be the first one to have like a dual contract in WWE?
technically no, technically no, because like
Okay.
sometimes people will have a contract with WWE to be like, okay, we have a contract with WWE, but you can finish up your previous agreements with the other company. But because of whatever this new structured deal is between Marigold and WWE, because I've heard that there's going to be a couple of women going over to Marigold throughout the year in from NXT to Marigold. And it's like, oh, okay, this is a big like contract. Like this is a both ways thing. And it's like, all right, cool. I'm all for that.
Okay. And to get it clear, like for someone
Mm-hmm.
like me that really doesn't watch Japan like that,
Mm-hmm.
Marigold is going to be like a strictly like female based company, kind of like Stardom and like stuff like that, right?
Yes, this is the promotion that Rossio Gal started when he left apart from Stardom. This is his own women promotion. The funny part about
Gotcha.
this, which actually fucking makes me laugh my fucking ass off, is he's been with Stardom. He created Stardom, and he left Stardom, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna create this whole new Joshi Pro like promotion." And it's like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna do this." There were people who were like, "Oh my god, like he's gonna fucking fuck it up. He's gonna suck. No one's gonna give a shit about it. All right, whatever." Like they've been out doing Stardom in as far as business and attendance and the pay per view shows. He's been out doing them and running like the few shows that he's run with Marigold, and it makes me laugh because it's like, guys, like you don't know this person because the people who were saying it are like not longtime fans of Rossi, and it's like you don't know this man. Like this man has like 100% poured his heart and soul into Joshi wrestling. Even though Kenny has said the things that Kenny said about him, and people immediately was like, "Nope, Kenny's right. Kenny's right. Kenny's right." Look, because Oscar doesn't fuck with him. Oscar doesn't fuck with him for a whole nother reason. It's not because of the reason that Kenny said. The reason Oscar doesn't fuck with him because he tried to end her career, not like kill her off, but like run a fucking company against her because she didn't want to sign with him. She said, "Yeah, no, I don't want to sign with you. I want to do my own thing." And he was like, "Listen, I definitely can work with you and get you to do some cool shit." She's like, "No, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing it." So she did her own thing with another promotion, and he actively tried to kill her career by like, "I'm running shit over here. I'm taking people from that company. I'm just basically just going to screw you over because you should have signed with me. You should have made the right choice." And she didn't like that. Like she didn't like that at all. She was like, "You try to kill my career, I don't fuck with you." And it's a thing. Like that's her reasoning for not wanting to fuck with him.
Gotcha.
And there was a thing that popped up on my timeline that like it was very heartfelt and loving, and a lot of people had said the total opposite of what this was. So Mayu Iwatani is somebody that Rossi has like he brought her from a child when she was like a small child, well not a small child, when she was like 13 and she wanted to do wrestling. She stayed with him and he taught her how to wrestle and brought her up and she became a major player in stardom. So a lot of people looked at what Kenny said and said, look what he did with Mayo Iwatani. Like, look what everything she did. She's staying with Stardom because they have a deal and they're producing her movie, her life story. And that's the only reason she stayed with Stardom, but she wanted to go with Marigold. And over the past weekend, her and Rossi met up. And the caption was from both of them, this person is like a father to me. This is a father daughter relationship that it's like she's like this is our father and daughter time, and it's like she looks to this man as her father. Like she doesn't look to him as like, oh, this is a guy that done some weird stuff. This person is a father to her, and it's like, oh, okay. And
That's understandable.
yeah, and like there's a lot of people who say other things. I'm listen. I'm not saying a theory that I have. I'm not saying a theory that I have. But there's a theory that I have that the more and more I see things and the little pieces of things that I see, contrary to the stuff that has been put out there from other people, there's stuff that I see that I'm like, guys, you're looking at the wrong thing. And they're like, no, this is the thing we're looking at. And it's like, yeah, all right, I'm just let that go because I don't like. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's just one of those things where it's like there's something there, and I'm just gonna just leave it alone because I'm just like I said, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Like I'm not gonna talk about what Kenny said, but like I said, I have a theory, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And my theory is like completely opposite of what Kenny says. But moving on, back to the show. So we get to the main event, and this main event going into this main event, everybody was fucking over. It was Trick versus Javon Evans versus Ethan Page versus Shawn Spears. Going into this match, we were already going, okay, this is pay per view of the weekend. When this match started, the first 5 minutes of it, everybody's like, okay, Shawn is outdoing Hunter. Everything that we thought Hunter could do, everything we prayed Hunter would do with NXT is like, oh, he's going to do that with the main roster. He started doing that with the main roster. Shawn was like, okay, let me one up you because NXT has always been better. I'm going to one up you. Dude, the shit that Javon Evans can fucking do, holy fuck, he's great.
Once again, I go back to that DX fucking promo. We're taking over.
Yes. Javon Evans is he's fucking great. Shawn Spears is Shawn Spears has slowly became like this random ass dude where it's like he doesn't win, but he doesn't win and he just has like this weird ass aura, but he makes the person look good he's wrestling with in the match. It's like he doesn't win, he just
Yes.
has this weird aura, but he just makes people look good. Trick is a fucking star. Trick is so much a star that I'm just like, I want to see him on the main roster, but then it's like, you know what? Fuck the main roster. I want to keep him here because holy fuck, he's a star.
Absolutely
And
agree.
then we have Ethan Page, which we have Ethan Page, and it's like you can go back to our podcast years ago where we was like, yo, Ethan Page is awesome. We want to see him in a company. We want to see him in a company. We saw him lose weight and get trimmed up when he was in TNA, and we was like, oh, he's getting TV ready. He's getting his body TV ready. And he signed to AEW. And he did something in the first 3 months and then just went completely dark. And it was like, oh, okay. And then he just showed up on NXT and was like, oh, okay, cool. Let's see what they're gonna do with him. Well, what they did with him was turn him to the most unlikable asshole in 2 months. In 2 months, he's been the most unlikable asshole. And he is now the NXT World Champion because of Trick. Dude,
Absolutely, because of Trick.
Trick hits the money shot on Javon Evans. He goes down, and Trick hits the money shot on Ego. And he hits it, and he goes to grab at Ego. Sean Spears grabs his leg and is like, no, you're getting the fuck out of here. Sean Spears holds Trick, so Trick can't do nothing. Javon Evans is knocked out, but Ego is knocked out on top of Javon Evans. 1, 2, 3, new champion, Ethan Page.
I did not see that coming.
And here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. And I have to give this man credit. I have to give this man credit. Sometimes he has bad takes, but I have to give this man credit because he has loved and fell in love with NXT. But I have to give him credit because Brian Alvarez, when they were doing the prediction, Brian Alvarez said, Ethan Page should win this title, and if he wins the title, you can have Trick chase him for the title. It's perfectly fine. He's like, he doesn't even have to beat Trick. He was like, I would be okay with that. Brian Alvarez has been, for some odd reason, totally in love with NXT. The only thing he can't understand is that so many people are there that he has no idea who they are because they never put their names up. I'm okay with that. But he has been one of the people who have slowly fell in love with NXT and said, hey, they're doing some good shit over there. And I'm just like, yeah, this was a call from him that I'm like, oh shit, he actually made the right call. But yeah, this was fucking great. And
It's fucking awesome. I loved it.
then something happened that me and Renegade both were watching, and we're just like, we're watching from two different TVs, and something happened, and we're just like, wait, what? Did that happen? And then the funny part was like, I just thought it was us. I was like, did you just see what I just saw? Did you just see what I just saw? And he was like, yeah. It was like, on a count of three, let's say it. And we were about to say it. And then we said it. And then I'm like, okay, maybe that was just a glitch. Maybe it was just our show that was a glitch. And I went on Twitter and I waited for 5 seconds, waited for a minute. I was like, oh, no, it was just us. It was just us. And then the timeline just started flipping out. Was like, did y'all guys see that or that was just me? And it's like literally everybody just kept saying, did you see that or was that just me? Because the show is over and right before it goes dark, Joe Hendry pops up. And it's like, the fuck? What is happening? Yeah.
And Joe Henry, part of his fucking video, the one where he just randomly turns around, when he's about to clap.
And the funny part about this was, we said this on a podcast a month ago when they did the little crossover. I said, this is not over. There's more between this TNA NXT thing. It's not done. It's more to the story. Literally, yes. Somebody goes, you don't know what you're talking about. It's just one and done. Then a couple of crossovers later, they're just like, yeah, you guys don't know what you're talking about. It's just a one and done. It's not even a thing. This is a long-term thing. This isn't close to being over. Even Pro Wrestling Insider said, this is not close to being over. This is a thing. Where this ends, I don't know. Because like each time it gets closer, I'm like, we're gonna do a Worlds Collide, right? It's gonna be like around something. I'm just, I don't know. I don't know where this goes. Like, it's more crossovers coming because Izzy Dane is gonna be on the next episode. Charlie Dempsey was on this episode. Miles Bourne was also on. Is going to be on another episode, and it's like, okay, Joe Hendry is going to be on this episode. It's not over. I just want to know when the big thing hits, and we just going to have the worlds collide.
Like, it's pretty safe to say that fucking Ethan Page is gonna face Joe Henry, right? Like, that's what it looked like. That's what I took from that whole thing. Ethan won, and then Joe Henry showed up.
I'll be okay with that. Like I said, I don't know where this goes. I just know that we're gonna get a lot of crossover. Like the only thing that I do not want, and I know people are gonna be like, why don't you want this? I don't want Moose to do anything and just beat the shit out of somebody. I don't want Moose to do anything. Like, leave Moose out of this. Everybody else, yes. Moose, no. Leave him out of this.
Because he said he's wanted to face a couple people, like Obafemi's one of them.
Dude, I want Obafemi to face somebody. I don't even know who. Like, somebody in TNA just. I would love it. Like, because just because I don't like Moose, it's not Moose. I don't want him to face Moose.
I got one.
Okay.
Jake something.
Okay, then that would actually be a good match. Jake Sutton versus Obafemi. That would actually be cool. I'm alright with that. Shit, like this, like one thing I want to see just because of the fucking context. I want to see Tatum Paxley, and you already know what I'm gonna say next.
Jordan Grace.
No, what?
When it's
They already had that. What?
No, like a rematch. A rematch. I know it happened. A rematch.
No, that wasn't that. Like Rosemary.
Go ahead.
Rosemary. Like what the like what are you wait, where did you get Jordan Grace? Rosemary. What
Okay.
I want to see her in Rosemary. Like what why? Why did you
I don't
think
know.
Jordan Grace? Okay. That was weird. But yeah, like I want to see her in Rosemary. And also
Speaking of
Killer
Jordan
Kelly.
Grace, though,
Uh-huh. Yes.
since like they were hinting at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Grace and Ivy now as a tag team.
Yes. Like and that's weird because a lot of WWE people have been working out with TNA people and hanging out. And it's like it's getting closer and closer to like the big thing happening. Like the next big pay-per-view is SummerSlam, and apparently there might be an NXT show hooked to SummerSlam. Well, no, it's not because they're doing fucking Great American Bash on TV, so it's not that. But they're gonna have another pay-per-view, and it's gonna be Worlds Collide. I don't know when it's happening. It's happening soon. It's happening soon. It got to.
And even then, I don't think that's the end of it.
It's not. It's not. It's not gonna be the end of it. But okay, so here's the thing that I want to know. I want to know this
Mm-hmm.
because like AAA is also trying to fuck with WWE. WWE is fucking with Noah and All Japan. There's a lot of like WWE fucking with a lot of different people, and I know people are like, well, when are they gonna do the AEW thing? It's not happening. It's not happening no time soon. It's not happening. It may not happen ever. It's not happening at all. And especially because dumbasses after last night's press conference and the Triple H thing, they're like, yeah, look at WWE taking a shot at AEW. And I love the fact that even when he cleared it up, you can see a million comments run up and down going, he's right, he's fucking right. So Here's what it was. Triple H said because they did a long ass press conference and he was late. He was like, "It's like I'm a main event of one of those 7 hour shows," and everybody was, "Oh." He said, "No, no, no. I'm not talking about anywhere else. I'm talking about here." He's like, "Because I was on a couple of those long ass shows," and people started laughing. Was like, "Oh shit, he's right. They were a bunch of 7 hour shows." And I saw like 5 or 6 AEW people goes, "That was a shot at AEW. That's a shot at AEW." Literally, like the rest of the comments was, is he talking about the WrestleMania 35 or is he talking about the WrestleMania this year? Nope, I think he's talking about this WrestleMania. Nope, it was probably this WrestleMania. In every WrestleMania that everyone said, I just started to feel bad. Was like, yo, we used to watch 7 hour pay per views, and it would only be once a year, but 7 hour pay per views once a year. Like
WrestleMania was long as fuck.
that first WrestleMania that was 2 days was a one night WrestleMania. I lied to you not. It was the worst WrestleMania that everybody. It was WrestleMania 35. It literally ended at 12:15. It was so long that everybody that went to that show could not get home because the trains had stopped and the Ubers had stopped. They were literally some people that were fucking stuck trying to get home from Jersey. Like I remember one person going, I never want them to run Jersey again. I don't want them to run any fucking show because it was over so late that I didn't get home till 4 o'clock in the morning and I had to work. And it's like, yeah, that's a thing. That used to be a thing
I
back in the
remember
day.
that.
Yeah, like those pay-per-views, whoo, they were fucking WrestleManias was long as shit. Long as fucking shit. They even brought up WrestleMania 27, and I was like, shit, like that was long too. Like they just kept getting longer and longer because Vince was like, I'm stacking everything in one day. When they started doing 2 day WrestleManias, everybody's like, oh, thank God, this is great. And WWE has been doing so great with the pay per views where it's like, fuck, like we're ending this show and we have time. Dude, Money in the Bank was
Mhm.
over. Money in the Bank was over. Even though John Cena turned the fucking press conference to a 2 hour press conference, the press conference was over. The whole press conference was over by 11:45. It wasn't even 12 on a Saturday night. And it's like, damn, the press conference was 2 hours. Holy fuck. The NXT show was over so fucking quick that it literally was over at 9:15. It was over at 9:15 and we had time to record a podcast comfortably without rushing to try to get up in the morning. It's like,
Yes.
God damn, like this is exactly what we want out of a show. And I know people are like, oh well, AEW gives you great matches. NXT gave us 5 great matches, 6 great matches, if you count the pre-show. 6 great matches
Yes.
in under 2.5 hours. 6 or 8 matches in under 2.5 hours. They gave you 5 matches the night before in 2 hours and 45 minutes. And it's like, if AEW started going, all right, we'll give you 6 matches on the pay per view. 6 matches on the pay per view. Everything else is going to be on Dynamite or Collision. We're going to give you 6 matches. And these 6 matches are going to be good. And you're going to get out of here at a great amount of time. It's like, I would never complain about an AEW pay per view ever again.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Because here's the funny part All In is going to start at 1 o'clock. I can promise you, almost guarantee, All In will not be over until 6 o'clock. I can almost guarantee it.
I can see that.
And like, even though it'll be over with enough time for us to record and everything, it will be such a fucking long time. I can promise you. And nothing like I said, nothing against the in ring work. It's time constraint. It's time. It is a time constraint of things where you're just like, all right, this is too long. And if you give me the bullshit about you don't have to watch the pre-show, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of you because you're fucking an idiot. And pre-shows matter in AEW. Shut the fuck up. So yeah, you said you
Question.
wanted. Go ahead.
So, as far as WrestleMania, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Triple
Mm-hmm.
H's new narrative, they're trying to do
Mm-hmm.
it short.
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting 2 days, like, after a while, or like, is he gonna shorten it down to one? Obviously not this year, but do you think he's gonna like shorten them down to like one day again?
No, we will never. We are slowly creeping into the. We are never going back to one day again. We're never going back to one day
Okay.
for any of the big four because, like we said before, they were talking about doing a 2 day Royal Rumble. Now that they did a 2 day SummerSlam, they've already start talking about in 2025 a 2 day SummerSlam. They're already talking about 2026 a 2 day SummerSlam. So they're breaking SummerSlam down. Which the thing is, SummerSlam isn't even a long pay per view. Now that they're breaking it down into 2 days, means we get more matches on both days and we get shorter times. They're ending it before 11 o'clock. And it's like,
Okay.
okay, that's fine. And if they keep pushing the way that they're pushing, the money is coming in, people are paying. We're going to get a 2 day Royal Rumble. I don't want it. We're going to get a 2 day Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble has already moved from January to February. Royal Rumble is February 1st next year.
Oh
It's all
shit.
started. Everything is starting to change. Like the only thing that hasn't been shaken up yet is Survivor Series. Like there hasn't been a talk of a 2 day Survivor Series or anything. Survivor Series is just right now staying the same way.
Okay.
So like things are changing and like it's not even changing for the worse. Whereas like they're doing 2 days and it's like, oh, they're gonna stuff so much shit and no, it's perfect because we're having enough matches and we're having short time. And that's it. Fucking fine.
Cool.
Because we technically just had a 2 day WWE pay per view cycle, and we're literally not even tired because out of those 2 days, we've had 11 matches, and the show's been super short. Like,
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah, and in an AEW show, we have 11, 13 matches in one night, and you're like, okay, we got 13 matches. Why not just shorten it and throw some shit on Dynamite or show some shit on Collision, have 5 or 6 matches on the show, banger matches, we all go home happy. And then, like I said,
Yeah.
it's nothing against the work rate. The shows are great. It's just I do not want to fucking get up in the morning after the show is over at 12:30. I don't want to do that.
It's good for people who don't work in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for those people or those people on the West Coast where they're like, huh, like I don't get to see this. It's not a problem for me. It's like, yeah, it's not a problem for you, dumbass, because you're over in the West Coast. Like East Coast people, we have to feel this shit. It's like we have to get up early in the morning for a fucking work thing or a doctor's appointment or some shit. We have to get up early in the morning, but we want to watch wrestling. Yeah, well, you don't
Yes.
have to watch the pre-show. Yes, you do. Shut up. Like, come on. But with that being said, we're gonna bring this to a close. Do you have any anything to say
I
about
cut you
wrestling?
off. You were gonna ask me something.
What was I gonna ask you?
I forgot. It was something that I asked you to ask me and remind me about.
Yes. What were you gonna ask me? You was gonna ask me something in NXT. You were gonna ask me something. You said I'll save it for the
I
podcast.
for, I forgot. I actually asked you it, but I told you to remind me it.
Okay. Well,
Never mind, I guess.
okay, so yeah, never mind. So there you go,
Bye,
pal.
guys.
I hate you so much.
Oh shit.